people are literally botting their private servers to get more people to play on that specific server, and that is literally as crazy as it sounds. I'm going to be talking about it in this video, showing you how it works and talking about why they are actually doing it. So if you find this useful, please do drop a like and subscribe, but let's get straight into it. Okay, so later on in the video I will be joining on to an actual botted server to show you what it actually looks like and discuss in the server why they do it and show you some examples as well. But for now, let's just talk a little bit about how it works. So a good example for this is over in the PRC announcements channel. Now if we go to pictures and search on Discord in pictures and then just type bot, we'll be able to see some things. So right now, literally like an hour ago at the time of recording this video, someone posted this. As you can see, this is clearly a botted private server. Now you need to be careful what you do here, because this is botted in a private server. This is not PRC's doing. Mr. Fergie is not botting ERLC. It's the private server owners that are botting their private server inside of ERLC. And you can clearly see these are very obviously alt accounts or bots or whatever. I mean, they're all bacon hair, pretty much the same username, just with a different number, and there's quite a lot of them as well. And in the server I join on later as well, I will show you that they all have 0 XP, and it's obviously a brand new account. And if you scroll down here, you can just see there is loads of them. Like, look at this, these are clearly all bots, just people sat there doing nothing. We continue to scroll down, let's go on to the next page. We can see this one as well. Now this has so many bots in a public server. I'm confused why this is. My best guess for this would be that maybe someone's trying to AFK grind or something, or what a lot of people do is make loads of alt accounts, join onto ERLC, and then just give money to their main account from the alt account using the app or whatever it may be, right? But the more you just scroll through this, the more you will see botted private servers. Again, another private server here. You can see there are a few bots on here. You can make out which ones are the bots, like these default avatars and the bacon hairs and stuff. We've even got the name of this server as well, although we don't want to spread any hate to any servers. And this one from a few months ago is quite interesting because we can see, I think this is the owner of this server, and this must be like a co-owner or an admin or something. We can see loads of bots in here, and we can see this person saying the bots leave after a while. So what I think happens is the bots will join onto the server, so you get higher on the server list, which I'll talk about again later on in the video. If you don't know, if you don't move anywhere on Roblox for 20 minutes, you get disconnected for being idle for 20 minutes. So they probably join onto the server for 20 minutes and then get disconnected for being idle, and by that point they've already had the people in the server to push the server to the top of the list, get more players, and then they don't need them anymore. And that's kind of the basis on how the bots actually work, and I'll talk more about it in a minute, as I said. However, I don't know how they do this. If someone has any insight on how this works, then let me know in the comments. But I think it might just be people themselves, right? It might just be people creating loads and loads of alt accounts that just join on to the server, and they just do it on like their phone, their iPad, their laptop, their mum's phone, whatever it may be, right? And they just use all their devices in the house to get as many Roblox accounts in their private server as they can. The more the better, kind of, because if you have too many bots, then there's not really that many people that can roleplay in the server because all the spots are taken up by bots. So it's kind of counterintuitive to a certain degree, but they do push to the top of the server list, which in turn gets you more players. Now it could well be something much more serious than we actually think. There could be a whole like external software that allows you to just have loads of Roblox accounts join on to your private server. That is a very real possibility. That could happen. There could be like an exploit or something where you can say like 10 random alt accounts join on to this link or something, then you can send it a link, like an actual Roblox game link, to your private server, if that makes sense, and then they'll just join onto that. You might have to pay for that. I don't know how it works. If someone does know, let me know in the comments, but they're kind of the only two ways I can really think of that can make this work. But let's join on to an actual private server and see these bots in use in an actual server trying to grow. So this is a server that I have just found. Now if we have a look around civilian spawn, we can see this guy here, clearly a bot. Look at that username, and obviously no avatar. And then if we run over here, we can see loads more little bots just like stood here. This guy, obviously a bot. This one probably not, but still could be. We've got bacon hair here, another bacon hair here. There are loads of them, and you might just say, okay, well, coincidence. But actually, if you go to the player list and look at the players, you can see, a lot of the civilians that are these bacon hairs are bots, and you know they're bots because if you look at them, they all have 0 XP. So that's me, obviously. This one, 0 XP on everything. This one, 0 XP on everything. This guy, 0 XP. This one, 0 XP. And you get the picture. All of them have 0 XP, and that means they're bots. Now, why do people do this? Well, there is a lot of reasons people can do this. Number one, it increases their server to the top of the server's list, right? If you think about it, if you have bots in your server, then because the listed server list goes in how many people are in the server, like if you've got one person, you're going to be all the way down here right at the bottom. No one's going to find your server. Whereas if you've got 40, there's only 3 servers at the minute with 40 out of 40 people, and you can get your server to 40 people much easier by using bots. And another thing as well is, from this list, people don't join servers if they've got no players. Like any of these, they're going to struggle to get members unless they actually have a Discord server to promote a server startup, because no one wants to join a server called Race with 2 people on it, or Springfield Roleplay with 2 people on it, because there is only 2 people you can roleplay with. People don't really want to do that. You definitely can't have as much fun. And even though you could argue they are bots, yes, there's still more people in the server, right, that you can roleplay with. And there's only a few bots in this server, granted, and usually they do leave after a while because you get disconnected from Roblox after 20 minutes. So a lot of servers use them to just start their server up and get that initial like 20 members, and then they can get more players from being quite high in the server list, if that makes sense. Bots like this just here, and in fact that might even be another bot that has just joined right there, and they're just all stood there, and now I'm being crowded. In 2 minutes we're being crowded, which is insane. And I found this server accidentally, by the way. I was recording another video, a border roleplay video, and I just happened to join on to one of the border roleplay servers, and it was botted, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, definitely very, very interesting how that works. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on all of this, and as I said earlier, let me know how you think this actually works, and do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? And more importantly, as someone said in the Discord server earlier, which we looked at, PRC should punish servers for doing this. Do you agree with that? But I honestly want to hear your thoughts on this, because I can see how it can be kind of good to push your server to the top of the list, but then it makes it unfair for people that don't use bots, and then kind of using bots to push your server isn't fair and is kind of silly anyway. So probably not the best thing to do. I wouldn't recommend doing it in your server. You also don't build a community out of that, right? Like you won't build a community from having loads of bots in your servers. People will actually just hate your server even more. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you very much for watching this video. It's been very interesting. Drop a like, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.